So at the moment, what we're working on is two dashboards. The first one I'm going to show you is what we're going to call the payroll overview dashboards, and it'll be very similar to your payroll checking. So what are you going to do when you check your payroll? What are the fields that you're looking at? So the idea of this board is like a one-stop shop, basically. So you can go in and you have a quick overview of everything that's happening in your payroll. But I've put things on there and got some feedback from the team, but what we really want is what do you guys want? What do you need when you're looking at your payroll? The things that we were thinking about, it was very basic period end dates, how many employees, what are your new hires, and in that as well you can drill down and see a bit more information about your new hire, who's been terminated recently, and then our transaction reports basically. And the idea is just like I said, a one-stop shop for everyone to go to and just to quickly see an overview of their payroll. The other thing as well is you could give this access to, like Anthony and Stephen saying, is that you can give this access to other people because they're only viewing the report. There's no transaction data that they're touching or they're amending, they're only viewing it. But what we would like is, what else do you need in here? So this is just basic information, but what do you need? So that's the first one that we're working on. So review variance, we have variances in here. So I'll quickly show you. So if you drill down on the employees paid by pay period.
This is new for me too, so I'm quite interested to see what you're up to.
This is really cool.
Okay.
I haven't had a chance to see
it every week.
It's very small. So what you actually see in here, if you click on a particular pay period, is you see the gross values for that period, but you also see what was the previous periods, and then there's actually a variance column in here as well. So we have thought about that, and we know that that's such a common one we get about seeing variances from current to last period. So that's been included in there. So if you get a chance to have Evo connected and you have analytics, this dashboard is actually already in there. So you can play around with this and then just give us some feedback on what else you need in there. I'll just see.
Can I get you to just go back a step, because you clicked too quick for me, Kirsty?
Yeah.
Let's just Let's just have a look at what. No, you're right.
Just go back. Yeah, that one. Do you want to go back or back to the dashboard?
So it starts off as a bar chart, and it gives you pay by pay.
It's pay by pay. Yep. You can filter by frequency. You can filter by period end date. You can filter by payroll company, by year ending. So they're the main filters that we're looking at within these particular this particular insight. And then you can drill down further.
The different colors there are different ABNs, are they?
They're the different payroll companies that you have in your system.
Within that pay period.
At the moment, I've only got the two, and just at the bottom, it will tell you which ones they are. Okay. Yeah.
And so what you've done to get to the variance is just click on that.
Yeah, click on that. You click on drill down. Takes you to the next report. So, and then from this report, you have your variances. You can click on this further, drill down.
Yeah, so you just go down
so you're
to the
now
source,
looking at a particular payroll company, and then you're now looking at individual employees, and you can see what they've been paid for that pay period, and then you can actually drill down further, so to the individual employee themselves, and just to see what is. We're still working on this part, so we'll get this right, but the idea is that you drill down basically to the transaction data that you see on the transaction report you see in MicrOpay, or very similar to the payroll report as well. Yeah. So that's the idea of this particular one.
I might jump in here and I'll say that I know Michelle's gone through this as well. Many of you may have seen something similar to this, but in my previous roles, we had to get a third party basically to come in. And then what we had to do is they had to take all the data pieces and get a little bit technical, but I won't, don't want to go too far down the rabbit hole, but they had to take what we call the objects, so the different fields and everything, and then match and mash everything together and bring it to life. And it took, forever, and it was quite expensive. Like what the team has been able to do with this sort of stuff is just amazing, and how quick and the speed it's come to life. I don't know, Kirsty, I don't know. Do you get any sleep? Because This
No.
is incredible.
I dream about Evo. Is that
You dream about
sad?
Evo.
Everything's Evo at the moment.
Yeah. All right, back
Yep.
to you. Sorry.
Yeah.
Evo.
No worries.
Dream about
So
Evo.
that's the payroll dashboard that we have at the moment. The other one I also want to show is the end of year one, which we're currently working on. So I'll quickly show the end of year one. This one's not available just yet. We're trying to work on it to add more things to it. But again, what we're looking for is a one-stop shop where you can go and view everything. So at the moment, we know with the end of year process that you run all these different reports to check everything. So what we're trying to do here is have the payroll report in all together, the costing, the other reports that you run, so the reportable fringe benefits one, the tax details one, and we're also working on the STP report as well. So that's still in progress. So what we're trying to do, again, just have everything in one spot that you can have a quick overview, or you can show someone if they just want to review it, and just make sure that everything's correct for your end of financial year, and then, kind of tick it off instead of running all these separate reports that we have to currently do to balance the end of year off to make sure we can change the tax year with no issues. So that's the idea. This one's still a work in progress, but if you have a look at it and see if there's anything that you think will be very beneficial to what you do in your end of year, please let me know, and then we can add that to that. But this is still a work in progress, and we're still looking at adding the STP2 data into here, so that that's quite complex. So that's just taking a bit more time.
Cool.
So
that's a few more nightmares, so dreams for you. I'm
That's
assuming.
it. Oh, yeah,
Sorry,
a bit
Anthony.
of both.
It'll
Sorry,
change
Anthony.
things a lot, right? No, it's pretty exciting because I know it's been a while since I've had to do a month end or a year end or something. So, but having to sit there and when I was doing this, we're printing everything to printers, and then, just waiting for the print would take half an hour sometimes. But if you're able to just bring this on screen and pull out your balancing checklist, basically, you're just pulling off all the numbers and writing them down, and off you go. There's been a few questions that have come through that I might just quiz you if that's possible, and if you don't know them, please don't stress. But one of them is there a dashboard per database? So can this be drilled down based on databases?
Yes, it can. So what it is in the filters, the database is actually called the connection name. So if you've got multiple databases, you will need to just make sure that you've got it selected. What I can do as part of the next release is I can put it as a dashboard filter with the connection name at the top, and then you just filter it by your database name. So you have the options of database name, payroll company within the database, and then frequency and period end dates, just whatever you need to do. So I can add that to the next release of Evo that we do.
Yeah, cool. There's been one, I don't know if there's a specific circumstance, because I can actually see that pay frequency is there, but Linda's mentioned that she has weekly pay runs and Evo has joined them up. Maybe that's a situation where there's two weekly pay runs. I don't know, maybe it's the same end date. I'm not sure of the specific scenario, but...
Yeah, and that would be common. So are they separated by payroll companies or frequent,
Yeah, I don't know. We can probably take that offline and maybe speak to Linda about that. And you may or may not know the answer. If you don't, that's fine. Does it have the option to show leave liability report and leave taken report? I know this is not year end, but this is just questions that are the questions are lighting up today. We've got everyone pretty excited about what you're showing here. So there's the
oh my god.
So leave taken?
There's one here
Definitely.
This is amazing.
Actually, I'll show you the leave dashboard that we have. So leave taken, yes, we've got a report that you can run. There's this one, which is a good one, which they can use. It's by type, so you can drill it down. Then there's leave taken if you just want a quick overview by payroll company. So if you go into Insights and just type in leave, there's many reports that you can run. It's just finding the right one for you. So we've tried to, do all the ones that you think that you need, but if you need more, obviously, again, let us know. We can put that on our list, but, we've tried to do as many as we can. So have a look and see which one will suit you. Leave liability, Not at the moment. So that's something we're also working on, but that's to come. But leave taken, definitely, because that's transaction data. So we can actually collate that information at the moment.